Or the gas light the match on fire. Focused on bait state, I rep Rhode Island. I'm a
Better recognize.
So that's your location.
I think that is a perfect.
You all up in my zone.
Oh my bad, bro. I was getting in that honey boo boo.
Look, everybody's proud of their different cultures, and I like.
You got this lock, man. I need to get on.
Time because I'm Turkish, so they say a word in the rednecks, and redneckinize. I get it. It's a little catchy, yada yada. And you know, your kid is precocious, and
You see the new flopping rule?
You're proud, etc.
You see the new flopping rule?
Yeah, I like it.
Dial it down.
You like the new flopping rule?
I like it. But that's not what's rewarded in America today.
You can't flop.
Is what's rewarded.
shut down for now, the beat break, but me got no.
But you,
It's the art of the game,
you know
though.
those things and say,
It became an order of the game because it wasn't something that's always been around. You know what I'm saying? A charge was a charge back in the day. A hard charge was a hard charge. Nowadays, it's like, it's just out of
I
hand.
understand that, but I have a problem. If you're 7 feet and you can't even fit in a Honda Accord, I do not expect you to
reality
fly.
stars and the child stars.
I do not expect you to let D-Rose charge the lane and you put your feet together and expect this man to just knock you over and get a call. I expect you to try to pin his stuff to the backbone because guys like myself that's 5'9", that never would be able to block anybody's shot.
True.
I want you to set an example while you're in the NBA. But if you're Steve Nash, you got LeBron James coming through the hole. I expect you to try to take that flop right there. That's the only chance you actually have stopping that play. I don't think it's fair. Like, I think it's going to be a lot of dunks now because people are going to get out the way because they're scared of the flop and they're scared of getting the fine. Now, I have a problem with Paul Gasol going in the lane and trying to take a charge. I don't expect Griffin to elbow somebody in the jaw on the offensive side and then try to turn around and take a charge on the next series. Like, I expect him to play tough the whole way. You know, that's his game.
Absolutely.
But I don't expect Chris Paul to come down there and try to stop somebody from driving the lane. I don't think those guys, I don't think that you're taking the art of the game of basketball away. We had flopping back in the day. It's always been a problem with flopping, where people get in the lane and try to catch charges.
I guess the reason why I'm against, I like the new rule is because there's so many times last season I can remember where I'm jumping up like, what the hell, what kind of call was that? You know what I'm saying? Like blatantly just going nuts over the call because I just couldn't believe the ref just let that go.
Well, in basketball, it's such a hard game to referee because everything is just a judgmental call for the ref.
There's no instant replay.
You know, it's no foul that can, it's always a foul in basketball. It's up to the ref to actually make that call. And if you're going to put that in a ref in a situation of making that call, maybe we should have more Donahues that we could pay off and we'll get less charging calls. I mean, we already know they're willing to be bought. Everybody got a price tag.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and pay them off and let's pay them instead of.
Let's bring the show in. Let's bring the show in. We haven't even introduced ourselves yet. We just going off on flop calls. We going off on honey boo boo. We already started.
We already had to get this thing
We
started.
get right into it. We don't even introduce ourselves, but right before we get started,
Trash talk, my daughter is a goddess, so that's who I rap for.
go ahead, G. Let them know who you are, where they can find you at Twitter, all that information, whatever you got to tell them.
Really quickly, my name is Eugene Goodman. I actually had to represent the Harrisburg Cougars because I'm an actual coach there. And I just want everybody to be part of something great, something special with 9th in the state. Come follow me as Dow King, THY King 25 on Twitter or Instagram. You can Die King. Hey, that's what I believe in, man. You look good, you play good, you get paid good, and you call yourself Die King. Hey, LeBron James was Die King when he came in the league. You know how many points he dropped before I called him the king? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely 0 points. He already had a $90 million contract with Nike and I called him Die King.
You just caught me a little bit off guard with that one. That's why I was interrupted real quick.
But hey, you can follow me anytime. GetItRightHere.com. We're going to launch something great. Just follow us.
And 1 and 2 Productions.
1 and 2 Productions. Just come by and just check us out. We trying to just talk about everyday life here, you know. And this is I'm real.
And we're not gonna hold back.
Everything you get
Not
here is
gonna
real.
hold back.
I came out here with the Harrisburg Cougars. I got you know a little bit of toast on my shirt and everything. I want everybody to know that I'm real. Whatever you get, it's gonna be real.
Yeah, this
the
is
good truth.
Time comes, I'll be here when you arrive. It's the anger, the hate, no food.
Today we're just gonna kick it off, man. Like I said, we're just going right into it. Let's get back on that Honey Boo Boo thing real quick, man, because I know that little young lady rubbed you to all types of wrong ways.
I'm kind of salty about this. Okay,
What's
the first
going on?
time I actually watched this show, I was actually at home and you know I was just trying to have fun and just turn the channel. I'm like, Honey Boo Boo. Everybody been talking about this Honey Boo Boo. So she up there and she lifts up her shirt and just start shaking her belly and everything. And I'm like, what happened to play for 60? You remember what we trying to do for
some exercise
NFL?
going.
You know, we trying to get some exercise and they're trying to feed her Mountain Dews and energy drinks. And they getting paid $20,000 an episode. I have a problem
and
with
a huge following at that. A huge following.
I'm guilty. I follow.
Why? Why are you addicted to something you don't like? That's the question. Because right now you're saying you can't stand the antics that's been taking place on the show, but yet still you're addicted to this. Instead of, are you on the computer, are you on the internet writing to these people, telling them how bad their show is, telling them how bad their influence on our community?
I really need
That's what I'm saying. Hey, you know what? You're doing it now. You're doing it now. Because once we air this, they're going to know your beef, and that's what you got to do. Take advantage.
It's kind of to the point that I want to feed my daughter honey buns and Swiss rolls trying to get paid right now.
I can't believe
you know, I'm trying to get paid. Everybody gotta find a way to get paid right now. I mean, if Honey Boo Boo can do it, why can't I? That's me right now. Because you know what? I would check him. As soon as he tried to drive the lane, I would.
So you guys you can pretty much expect a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? Expect a lot of this. You're gonna be joining me pretty much.
Hey, I'm here, man. You know, sooner or later we're gonna come out with we're gonna launch more things for everyone. But this just the beginning. This is the first show. First show that you want to talk about.
Tweet your questions, man, and then we'll answer them on the next show, and just continue like that for right now.
We're gonna get it together, man. This is the first show. We're gonna have guests coming in, and we're gonna get this thing rolling.
And from Obama to your mama, that's how we do right here, man. You can get it right here.com. You know what I'm talking about? Mr.1n2, 1 and 2 Productions. We got Gino over here, man. DieKing25 at DieKing25 on Twitter at Motivate Right. Get out, you know what I'm saying?
Nice sitting here with you, my man. Thank you for having me.
Anytime,
man.
Grabbed a piece of blank paper, I took my pen for a ride. Just took my steps with a stride, just trying to provide a life of mine that's better than mine. Trying to imply the player focus been on his grind. Look at the time, it's 4:20. Look in my eyes, notice the